Hey guys, it's Vishali. I am back with my matchday vlogs. Today's vlog is from Wembley, where Tottenham are going to be taking on Chelsea in a London derby game. I am hugely looking forward to it because these games, they are entertaining, they are fiercely contested, especially in the last couple of years, and they produce goals. I mean, last season this game was 2-1 here at Wembley. It was 3-1 at Stamford Bridge, so I'm hugely looking forward to seeing whether or not Spurs can end Chelsea's unbeaten run. I've had a really good international break, been really busy. I went to England's game with Croatia, which was amazing because of how England booked their place at the UEFA Nations semi-finals next year. I was in Paris to do a Rugby World Cup 2023 event, and I was also at Brazil's game with Uruguay, so I've been pretty busy, but it's back to business with the Premier League. The teams have been announced, and I suppose the big news for Spurs is that Foyth is in there, Vertonghen's not starting, so Sissoko's been chosen over Winks, and Son is starting. Now for Chelsea, no real surprises though. Kovacic does start. Now I saw Kovacic after the Croatia game and he was kind of limping, but he has recovered to start today, so I'll be back at half time to see what has happened in this London derby game. So it's 2-0 to Tottenham at half time. I knew we'd be in for a good game. This is always a good match. It's one of the highlights of my season. But to think that Tottenham are 2 goals up really could be leading this game by 4 or 5 goals. Heung-min could have gotten a hat-trick. It's quite crazy to think because Chelsea are unbeaten, but Chelsea have been flat. They've hardly created any chances. They can't even keep hold of the ball, something which they've been doing all season under Maurizio Sarri. Spurs have just started off the better of the two sides, and they are closing the ball down well. When they get it, they are creating lots of chances. And Chelsea's back line is all over the place, really. It's just interesting to see what will happen in the second half, because Sarri will have to make some changes because, the way that it's looking right now, Chelsea are heading for the first defeat of the season. Now, will it happen? I don't know. Let's watch out and see what happens in the second half. So guys, it's full time. It's ended 3-1 to Spurs. If you're wondering whether or not there'd be any more drama and entertainment in that second half, well, we got it. What a solo goal by Heung-min in the 54th minute. He basically ran down this right flank, got past Jorginho. I don't know what David Luiz was doing. He basically ran past him, and Son was left with the space and time to basically put the ball in the back of the net past Kepa. He got a standing ovation, and rightly so. He could have had a hat-trick today. What a performance by Son today. There was a consolation goal for Chelsea. It was Olivier Giroud, the substitute, obviously, in the second half. He came on and headed in what was obviously a consolation goal. But in truth, it just flatters Chelsea that they scored a goal today. They could have lost by 4 or 5-0, really, to be honest. This is a defeat that is going to hurt them. Not only is it their first defeat of the season, so that unbeaten start to the season under Maurizio Sarri is now over, but they've lost emphatically to their city rival Spurs here at Wembley. And yes, it was only by 2-goal margin in the end, but really it could have been a much bigger margin. They were completely outplayed by Spurs, who basically showed up after the international break. They bossed possession, and it was a short kind of 10-minute spell right after the second half when Chelsea had more of the possession, but in truth they basically used their attack as their best form of defence. They controlled possession, they created chance after chance, and they put away 3 of their chances. Chelsea were poor at the back, I thought, in terms of their organisation. There were so many poor individual performances. They couldn't control the midfield. There was a lot of pressure on Jorginho to try and do that. What he's basically done since he came in didn't work. And then they were poor up front, toothless in attack, I'd say. Didn't create enough, and they basically, this defeat was coming, I thought. Last couple of weeks before the international break, I thought Chelsea were lucky to get some of the results that they were getting. And I just thought a better team would basically punish them, as has happened here today. And I'm going to head it down to the press conferences to hear from Maurizio Sarri and Maurizio Pochettino. Let's see what they have to say.
We had a lot of problems to solve, and I think that today was clear for everybody. I hope, first of all, for the players, because I told them in the last approach to the match. And today was the same approach. But the level of the opponent was different, and after 15 minutes we lost 2-0. So this was the first problem, but today I saw a lot of problems.
So that was Maurizio Sarri speaking to reporters after the loss. Now he called his team's all-round performance, across the pitch, a disaster. Now he defended David Luiz, who had an awful game today. He is one of the players who Sarri trusts, and so you can understand why he's kind of run to his defence. But he basically said it wasn't just the defence who were awful, it was the midfield, because it didn't defend and close down the ball, and of course his attackers didn't do that. So across the pitch, he said there were so many problems that were evident, and he said he knew about those problems before the game, and now he's got a lot to really work on. Now, what did Maurizio Pochettino have to say? Let's take a listen.
When you win, looks like the plan was the best from the manager. For me today it was about attitude, about desire. It was about that a lot of time we miss in many games, important games. To compete in this way, I think is the tactic or the system are not important, because the attitude and the will was fantastic. Now the challenge for us is to keep that level of competition, to try to increase, to keep, because we have talent, but that is the most important now. That 3 points that put in a very good position on the table, and of course we need to use like an example for the future, and we are going to have now in a few days another final, and then Arsenal. With this attitude, all is possible.